With the red shirt on. Big afro last time getting the food together.
We wait for a few more people to get here, so hopefully we can all sit down together and eat at the same time. And thank God that it stopped raining, so we'll still be able to go outside.
I was going to tell him, I didn't eat this morning, but I
Just a little longer, it's going to Thank y'all. Yeah, I told her what she should record. She should have did it last night.
thought, no, that ain't him.
I don't understand why people be shaking when he do it.
Because he ain't doing it right.
That's all I got to do. Put these phone signs out there.
Wave, Jeff. Wave, Jeff. Wave.
All on them?
Those two of them belong to me.
She's next over to what's going on?
Okay, yes. It's out. Take it. Yeah. There you go.
Because I even asked him when he came in the door, I said, but the thing about it is, like I said, it's been so long.
They do it long.
We got that. I mean, that picture right there.
So y'all was gonna be like that, you ain't gonna find me in here. Come by weigh about 300 pounds.
What was that?
Yeah. There's only three of us. Me, well, Walter first, me, and then my sister. Y'all just
Many moons.
You got the name tag. What's your name?
No, the one standing over the horn pole. I thought you came in with a... Oh.
doing it so cool. He doing it so cool. Don't nobody know you're doing it. Huh? Oh, he done had me on there.
I get mad all the time.
Alright. I'd like to welcome everybody here to the first annual Shelton reunion. I know a lot of y'all don't know who I am, and I'm not going to even ask nobody to try to guess who will be in the next year. So, I'm going to introduce myself. I'm Michael Scott. I'll be the second son of Ruby Scott. Mama, raise your hand. That's my mother right there. I'd like to take this opportunity to set up, and I'm not good with speeches, so if I look nervous, I am, okay? If y'all have anything to add in or something that I should say that might be not correct about the relations in people's family, then please correct me, because we need to know that. It's important to me that we get together because this is supposed to be the first annual Shelton reunion. And so that we get to know each other. Just a little story to tell you. On the way down here, I had to go and pick up my grandmother Josephine Webb, and my mother from Louisiana. And I was thinking of the stuff that I could say, or what, think about all the people that's going to be here. Some people I hadn't seen in years, And I could only get to about 4 or 5, and I said, man, I can't even think of, who else would be coming. So I'm like, how do I have a reunion with 5 people? Well, there's more to it than that. It's people, parents, and all that type of stuff. So I had the key to the whole reunion in my car with Josephine Webb, because she's just like a human history book. And the sad part about it is I waited all the way to this point to start asking her questions about the family, going, who is who and who is that? So it's like, I told him really 3 hours from Dallas to Houston. He said I was speeding, but it's actually about 4 hours from Dallas to Houston. And I wanted to cut that time down, so I asked the question, Grandma, how far do you think you can go back in your mind as to, the generations of people? And she said, oh, Jesus, I said, Jesus. But, she started thinking and stuff. And this is what I came up with. I had to bring a cheat sheet because, I don't know all the people's names, and the names and nicknames and all of that. But before I get into this, because this is going to be a key to everybody knowing each other. Like I said, I'm the second son of Richard Scott. My name is Mike Scott. I'm 29 years old. Born and raised in Homer, and I know a lot of my mama's brothers and sisters and everything. I've been married for 5 years. My wife is not here today. She's in Louisiana. In Dallas. We live in Dallas. And she wanted to come with me since the 8 months of space of our first child. So that's a good thing. I didn't want to upset her because if all you women have babies, and y'all know how that is. But the mood changes up here. You just stay at home if you want to stay at home. That's fine. But we have a little boy in September 2 months. So she wanted to be here, but she said that tell everybody, she said hi, and it's really good to get to meet y'all. Next thing, the first thing I want to say, if you don't have a name tag, please get a name tag, because that'll cut down on a lot of time. Because I can see somebody going, this type of thing, it'll be an hour before you figure out what it is. Get your name tag, stick it on, so we can just, call your name. That's how we remember the name. Well, on the way down here, like I said, I was thinking to talk to my grandmother. She said she knew her grandmother, which is Josephine Marshall. From that point on, I started thinking, okay, she go back to that far. But she said she did know that her grandmother was Josephine Marshall. Her mother, I don't know her name. I didn't get her name. But her grandmother, Grandma Marshall, Josephine Marshall's mother's mother, was sold into slavery. That makes that woman his grandmama's great-grandmother, okay, was sold into slavery. Grandmama's great-grandmother is the mother of Grandmother Marshall. Okay? Y'all follow me now. Let me lose you. Grandmother Marshall is Grandma Webb right here. That's her grandmother. All right. Now, we're going to start with Grandmother Marshall and go down, because that's what names that we can kind of remember. Grandmother Marshall, and was it Grandpapa Jim? Grandpapa Jim. Okay? From that group, Grandma Marshall had 7 kids. 6 or 7 kids. She had 6. Okay? That is going to be right here. Willie Marshall, that's one of them. Leroy Marshall, Emily, Prentice, Chef, and y'all got to remind you now, I'm going to throw some nicknames out at you, so y'all got to work with me. Somebody named Killbuck. Now, I don't know who that is. Okay? I don't know. But I don't know, you know, I ain't got his name, but y'all know who he is. Okay? Killbuck. Okay. Just long as y'all know it's a real person, because I felt funny writing it down myself. Okay, those are her 6 kids. Okay, now of those 6, did I mention Grandma West? I didn't mention Grandma West. Okay, Grandma West is an important key in this. Her kids. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's just have 7. Grandma Shelton. Grandma Shelton. Okay, Grandma Shelton, Grandma Webb is the first daughter, the first to be born of Grandma Webb, right? Okay, so she had, get this y'all, 12 kids. You said the same thing, is that possible? Yep, 12 kids. I felt funny writing that down, but here we go. Of Grandma Webb is the oldest person in this room today. She will be 77 years old on Wednesday. Monday. On Monday. So, as y'all can see, I'm still channeling everything back towards the base, the root. Because actually, this is like a family tree I'm calling out, okay? And it's going to branch out in a minute to a bunch of leaves. That's all I'm bringing to you and stuff right now. But basically, after that, Grandma Webb was, let's see, Grandma Webb, okay? Grandma Webb had 12 kids. Grandma Webb, they used to call her the Leonard, where's Leonard at? That's Leonard right here. It's called Leonard Hunt. Don't get mad at me, I don't got to keep chocolate, but we go with honey. But OCB Chef, I want to meet OCB. I'm looking at you. All right. Came from San Diego, Dayton, Ohio. Chester Lee. Let me tell y'all something about Chester Lee. I told my mom, I was right here, I wanted to make when I heard it growing up a month. And I said, look how the month. I saw him, when I came earlier today, I saw him walking across the way there. And just something hit me. I said, maybe there might be here right there. But anyway, this girl is Leroy Shelton. Leroy right there. Jimmy Shelton. Lizzie Mae Shelton. Also don't know, right? I release Shelton. Going on? Okay, Tracy Shelton is in the hospital right now. And we need to remember her too in this reunion because from my understanding she went in yesterday. But I know a reason, but we need to remember her now. Johnny Lee Shelton, named Tootie. Nigga like walk against the rainbow over there. Geneva. Right there, Geneva Shelton known as Honey. A Honda. That's what it is, Honda. And Bobby Joe Shelton. Bobby Joe Shelton? No. Okay. Bobby Joe. Okay, now the people I just named off, that were Grandma Webb. That's her key.
Yeah.
From that point, we're gonna go to Grandma Webb, which will be Mildred B. Webb. She passed away at a young age. The next in line will be Ruby Webb, which is my mama, which I love dearly right there. She'll be next in line. She's the oldest of the group. Ruby had 3 kids. Walter, my brother. There he is right there. Walter, and myself, and then Kimberly. Kimberly is my sister over there. Kimberly was 15 years old. Next in line will be Larry Webb. And y'all know Larry's not with us that night. Lily B. Webb, and Lily B. made it in the house today. From fifth ward, fourth ward. My bad, don't you, baby. Judy, Donnie, Roy, and Whitney. Okay? And those are Grandma Webb's kids. Now, that's why my list stopped right there, because what I did was I just kind of brought it down to what, I know. And the people that I knew grew up a lot. I want to, first of all, thank Uncle Willie. I think we need to give him a round of applause because, to be honest with you, it took a lot to get this community together. We haven't seen each other in a long, long time. And people coming from all over the place. It took a little effort. It took, a little cranking on other people and that type of thing, but it was all out of love because we know each other. My grandfather on my dad's side used to say this all the time: know your people. That's what he told me. Always know your people. And I understood it a little bit back then, but it wasn't really understood it fully. And the reason being is because my wife is from Chicago, and she has tons of people. They all in Chicago and Mississippi. And y'all talking about some country folks. These folks are some country folks. They get together and they'll be fighting and cussing and talking and laughing. Next thing you know, they all back together. They all showing each other love. It's a family, They keep each other's kids, and I learned a lot from that. It was just how the closeness of it. And, that blood is thicker than water. Well, that is very, very true, I believe. And I learned to mingle with them and go places and stuff, and I wanted to bring that back to my side of the family. And so that we can get to know each other better because my wife started questioning me about stuff. When your mom and dad get married, I don't know. All I know is that. And so I think it's very important that we be here. On another note, like I said, Uncle Willie put a lot of time into this to get us here. If you are here today, I want y'all to look around at each other and mingle and everything, but it's a blessing if you're here today because, as some of the names I'm calling for is not here. And you never know when you'll be gone or what. It's best to mingle or give the person the flowers while they're living, like I've heard in the past. So it's good. Everybody mingle, feel comfortable. This is family. These are no strangers in here. We kind of poured in and that type of deal. And that's expected because I haven't seen some people in here. Chicken, what yet? I'm looking at a picture over there of him, and he's all chubby and stuff, looking like a Pillsbury dope man. And I came in the door and know who he's doing. So we need to recognize each other. I'm going to tell you another key point you need to recognize too. I'm a Dallas police officer, okay? If I stop you on the street, you know what I'm saying, and then, get you handcuffed, and then you talking about, I'm going so good, that ain't gonna work. Seriously though, we need to know each other so I can recognize people in the field, because you never know what you might be. You might be coming through Dallas, and I signed a name on that, ticket road there. I said, well, maybe you can get, two and somebody else crazy ticket. But anyway, the next thing is, like I said, we need to mingle for sure. The older people, younger people, whatever. If you don't know somebody, that's what the name tag is for. Walk up and say, hey, you know my name, your name is, that type of thing. Get to know each other, so that we can make this a really good thing. This is the first one, so that means what? Everything is not just flat organized or whatever, We do have the one that will keep things, is that the meat and the food is here, so we for a little while, that the meat and the food is here. But we're gonna hang around and get to know each other and relax, have a good time. It's not gonna be a tight up atmosphere, and just feel free. I would like I said, I'm not a speaker. I am not a speaker. It may look like it, but what I do is I do things, prioritize things. I have to do it on my job a lot. And I think this is so important right now that I have to put my fear of standing in front of people behind me so I can get up and let people know who I am so that we can become a family. So I'm expecting someone else to take a lead role out of this. We talking or whatever, somebody want to say something about their family. Well, I'm not going to ask nobody to pick out people. I already got them worked out. I got some names I'm going to put in a bowl. Okay? So don't be too back to who I made it through. No, you didn't. I got the name and put it in the bowl. When I put it in the bowl, I'm going to draw the name out. Whoever name I draw out, you're going to stand up, you're going to introduce your immediate family, and you can tell anything you want to tell from that point on, whether stuff you remember, where you were, anything. Okay? It don't have to be long drawn out, but that's a way of us recognizing people, because I think if I just leave it open, everybody gonna remember me talking, and then they gonna remember a couple names. But we're gonna do it like that, and that way, you know, when your name called, we just in the midst of eating or whatever, somebody say, hey, I'm so and so, you know. So we'll get that taken care of in a minute. A couple more things I want to mention. Well, I probably have gone through that list. This round table up here, if I'm not mistaken, is going to be the VIP table. Josephine Webb and Bill Blow is going to be sitting at this table over there. Y'all feel free to come over there, you know, talk with us and that type of deal. So we all going to be eating stuff together. But we want to kind of get everybody situated in that order. I had something else I had to say. That's definitely coming. We got definitely. But basically, if anybody has any questions now, they can ask me. We want the game. Yeah, he got his little special day today. He's going to be the youngest member of the family to say something. I'm a talker, okay? Y'all know my dad. My dad's not here. He's back home. Make it out. And I think I inherited that from his side of the family. I've even had people that I've taken to jail and say, man, when you just shut up and take me to jail, and I don't want to hear what you got to say. And I really do mean it in my heart when I say that. It's important that we mingle. It's that, you know, we should get to know each other, and we should show each other love and get close, you know, and get to know each other. Like I said, I can't put more emphasis on that. Working in Dallas, in the field that I work, I'm a patrol officer. I get out on the street, make arrests, I do dangerous stuff, all of that. And I have taken life much more seriously now than when I used to. Because I used to just live like, well, next week I probably would shoot ball or whatever, just playing my life out. But now I live my life every breath, not every day. I don't go day to day anymore. I go from heartbeat to heartbeat. And that's simply because of the fact that I've seen people in the worst conditions. I know what can happen. And when you gone, you gone. That's it. You know, until heaven comes and we go up there and all that. So y'all need to think about that some of the people you see here next year might not be here. You know, not thinking negative, but just trying to get the point home that we really do need to feel. And I know I beat that in the ground long enough, so without any delay, we go ahead and let
Let me say this. When we start to eat out, if you would, when you stand up, would you please form a line and come this way? Come through here.
got in my hand.
BJ, no.
This is Grandma Bean will be 77 years old on Monday. And, we want to acknowledge her right now. Right now, we're going to acknowledge Grandma as now 77 years old. We're going to celebrate a little early. Since I think we're all not going to be together on Monday. So I want y'all to get a good look at her now. And then get a good look at her after we put her crown on. Now, this crown was sent from, now I'm going to start Nigeria. It was brought in from Nigeria. Shaka Zulu made this himself. But it's only one thing he did, and I told him, I said, now I don't know from the size of Grandma's head, you might want to get elastic, but he went on here and did the Velcro thing, so I told him just sit it on me. This is our way of saying we love you, Grandmama. Happy birthday.
No. You know.
We need some more Velcro. Now, Shelton Lee just admitted that he's 75 years old. I mean, listen. See, thank God for that. So anybody else want to come on? What's that? You got something to say? He's just blessed.
Now that we've acknowledged who the oldest is, what we want to do is recognize now the youngest person in this group. And that person right now is going to be Walter's son. That's Walter Scott Jr. Am I right? Walter, second. Yeah. Walter Scott second. Yeah. So what we're going to do is have Mama to hold him. So if y'all have cameras, but take this picture, it's going to be what is going to happen again. It's going to be worth millions in a couple of years. When his son gets to be 50 or 60 years old, he's going to have a picture that a lot of us don't even have, you know? How many of y'all have a picture of like that, you know, when you was like a baby and your, what would that be, your great-grandmother? Yeah. Grandmother. Great-grandmother, right? Yeah. This is his great-grandmother. Right? That's his, right? Okay.
All right, this round came from. This came from straight out of the country called Toys R Us. Now, this came imported also from around the world. And you know what? We need some tape. Tape, I don't know. This round didn't come with any instructions. This is grandmother's family right here. This is her son. And then they have kids. So I'm gonna make a great right here. Anybody else want to get one? I think you can sit down.
That's my wife. Maybe I'm on there. Maybe I'll stand up, please.
Well, Bill.
We've been married for 22 years. That's my youngest son, Casey. Stand up. Casey, he's 14. He wears a 13 shoe. And I hope he's a little back of Jordan, but he plays basketball. He's one of those. Where's Chris? He's a musician. He plays drums. Very shy, but he's talented. He's 19, just graduated. Yeah. Those are the two we have. Thank God.
Johnny, will you please introduce your family?
Okay, I'd like to go meet my wife and family. My daughter is back, Sean. What's up? I got one more son. He's very active.
Okay, I'm going.
I gotta go back outside.
I'd like to see my wife, Margaret, my daughter, Emily.
I'd like y'all to meet my husband's family, my daughter's Patty, my daughter's Stacy, and my grandbaby, Thomas. Not even right at the top of the
All right, and it's a lovely lady right here. Please come forward, please.
and my husband didn't bother us.
Okay? Yeah. That's the one. I don't know what it is. So we're going to start with that. Who that? Right here. I want to have one. I'll be the one that goes. You know the way to work. His name is David Christian. Yeah, David Christian. And he has to leave to go to work. Okay. Hold on. Hold my name, buddy.
I'm not going to move unless I come over the wall. To allow me to be here today. And I thank Willie. I thank you for calling me. Because nobody else called me. Sisters and brothers, I'm going to say it anyway. We don't hear from each other enough. I called y'all. When I called Geneva, that's called all up. Because she won't tell that I talked to her. But I'm just too good. We mentioned some of our family, but I thank God that He's a good God. And whoever He takes away from you, it's success. We don't understand it all the time, but it's God's will. And it wasn't for that man, I wouldn't be standing here today. And I just sit here, and when I was on the plane yesterday, I knew that God was going to take care of me. Because if it wasn't for Willie, I would not be here today to see all y'all faces. And I thank God for you. And I hope He will do the same thing. And Willie, either way, that I can help you. If you want to have a family funeral, get in touch with our Lord. And I will be there to take you all the way. And I thank all of you, and it's good to see you.
Keep in mind, come down here. And, you know, ways to start and everything, really not too much going through what I think that's a great accomplishment to travel that far and to fly down here for that. So, you know, we acknowledge you for that. We appreciate it. Shelton? Well, okay. Shelton. Anything you want to say, the floor is yours. Oh, come on. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. You have a kid? Yeah. Not too many of them. Some. But I still would say, and I hope everybody. And you know, sometimes that's all it takes to have to be here. Because we could be a whole lot of other places. We right here, we have a good time. I know I am. I'm enjoying it because I'm waiting for a day like this where I can meet people and meet my family. So I can know because I don't have to be hiding and all those things. I know y'all will. Don't y'all act like y'all won't know. That's my daughter over there. Is your daughter right here? Lisa. And you got somebody else? Yeah, well, why was there?
I'm getting all mixed up with the son and the grandchildren.
out there. Yeah. I'm got this one friend of mine. Right. Boy, that's the name of that Friday. The whole week long, you just want to relax on Friday.